Okay, hello everybody. My name is Brad Wade. I'm the Chief Operations Officer at the Digital Citizenship Institute, and I'm thrilled today. We have not one guest, but two guests. You've seen Eric Rowe with me before from Empatico. He is the Partnerships Manager. Hi, Eric. How are you today?
How you doing, Brad?
Good to see you. And we have Heather Walker from San Diego. She's an innovation specialist in San Diego, and she has been using Empatico with her staff. So we're going to kind of pick her brain a little bit. And we thought it'd be wonderful for everybody to hear what they're doing. So Heather, welcome. It's nice to see you. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Brad. How are you guys?
Doing great. So Heather, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role real quick that you do there in San Diego?
Well, I am our innovation specialist here at Feaster Charter. We have 1,240 students here on our campus in K through 8, and I support teachers with using technology efficiently and effectively. And I build partnerships, I write grants for our school, and I also run all of our social media accounts. So I'm always looking for things like Empatico that are going to help our teachers tie that curriculum to what we're trying to do with building global citizens.
Oh, I love that. That's perfect. So you've gotten Empatico involved, you got your staff involved with Empatico. And if my understanding is correct, you already have a teacher that's been using it, and you also have some that are in process. Could you tell me a little bit about the teacher you've worked with and how they've been using Empatico to connect with other classrooms?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we first heard about Empatico when it got rolled out back in September, and we connected with Kristen over at Empatico, and she shared this amazing resource, which was something that we had been searching for on our own. And we had kind of been out there on Twitter trying to tweet out to other teachers and saying, hey, let's do a video chat. And sometimes it would work, sometimes it would fall flat. And within the planning process, teachers were just getting really bogged down with the logistics behind coordinating a video lesson and bringing it to their classrooms. So when we heard about Empatico, I connected with our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teachers, and I met with their teams, and I kind of explained what we had found, because it was something that realistically we need for our students to help teach that global citizenship, to help them develop those empathy character strengths, and to help them to understand more about what's outside of the boundaries of Chula Vista. We are in a very high poverty area, so this is not something that's realistic for our kids to go travel somewhere else and to get that cultural experience. So when we can bring that cultural experience into our classrooms, we're always very excited about those opportunities. So one of our teachers, Elizabeth Adderholt, really jumped on board right from the beginning. She was our first teacher to sign up. She chose one of the mapping lessons that Empatico has on their platform. And she had her students going around. They were using Google Maps, and they all wrote out little clues about where different areas were within our school site. And then during the actual video conference, her students shared those clues. Their partner classroom got to create a map that they thought mimicked what our school would look like, and then they reflected on the similarities and differences. So just getting them to see and understand that we're in a pretty suburban area of San Diego, and we met with a school in New York. That was who we were partnered with through Empatico, and getting them to recognize that, yeah, we have a city here in San Diego, but there's a city in New York. And just getting that conversation going between the kids and hearing them talk about the differences between their communities and their cultures and their traditions even was so powerful.
Well, that's wonderful. You hit on so many things: global citizenship, community, differences between city and suburban. And that's exactly what us at the Institute and Empatico, that's what we're all about. And that's why we think not only for us, this is a great partnership, but because we believe in the same mission, working with teachers and educators like yourself. And so we really appreciate you sharing that with us today. Now, one thing I'd like to ask you is the process of getting started. You already have the teacher you just talked about, but now you have other teachers that are in process. So are you finding it difficult or easy to get through the process and how Empatico has it set up?
Oh my gosh, it's been so easy. Like I said, compared to what we were trying to do before, where it was just us out there hunting for other teachers who had the same passion, and finding those teachers who would actually follow through with us and bring those video chats to fruition was difficult. It was a logistic nightmare in all honesty. But now with Empatico, it's bringing teachers together on one platform who have that similar vision, who also want to foster those skills within their students. And we're now able to work together with them to do these video chats and to have a shared lesson that's going to bring out the realness, I guess you would say realness, right? Yeah, works for me. The realness of what our world is today. And even just the conversations. My favorite part is the Q&A session at the end where kids just ask each other things. And it's so amazing to hear what they're asking each other and things that I never thought that they didn't know already, which is naive of me. But as they're asking these questions, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think that that would be something that you weren't aware of already.
Absolutely. Now, Eric, I heard you two talking off camera real quick. Why don't you ask her one thing that you guys were talking about? I'd love for her to share a little bit of that insight.
Yeah, Heather is a huge champion of Empatico and has led to actually multiple people signing up and attributing that to her and sort of the Feaster charter school sort of work around Empatico. So, there's a blog that came out of Feaster after a connection. I'd love to hear more about what you're doing to elevate teacher voice and experience after using the tool.
Oh, absolutely. So we use our Feaster blog to kind of share what is happening in classrooms around our campus, and whenever a teacher goes to a conference and they have a learning experience, we'll always use our blog to share that learning experience as well. And it really just enables us to share what's going on in classrooms while other teachers are in their own classroom. So we did write a blog post that kind of summarized what Elizabeth Adderholt was doing with the Empatico and her partnership with a class out in Kansas. And that's one way that we've really gotten teachers to see this is an opportunity for your kids. This is something that we can seamlessly bring into your classroom. It's a standards-based lesson. It's something that connects to the curriculum already. And it's building those character strengths that we are so big on, that we're really trying to help our students develop. And as they're developing them, following through with them and making sure that it's not just something that happens by chance, but that this character building is purposeful and meaningful. And we really believe that these video connections help our students elaborate on those skills that we're teaching.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much. And if people watching this, if they want to connect with you, your staff, your blog, your building, where can they find you?
So we are all over Twitter. We are at Feaster Charter on Twitter, and you'll be able to see all of our reflections. That's where we post our blog. We also use the hashtag FeasterLearns. That's FEASTER, learns. And any other way that you guys want. But Twitter is kind of our biggest way to connect with other educators. So we would love to see some other teachers who are also passionate about this. And we would be more than happy to share our blog posts with them. We'd be more than happy to share pictures. We have video recordings of the Empatico chats, and we can even do student interviews with them, which is always fun. That's one thing that Ms. Adderholt has planned to do with her partnered classroom in Kansas, where they're going to use Flipgrid to record their video connections so that they can stay in touch even after the Empatico chat has already happened.
Wonderful. And Eric, I'd like to thank you for your time out in New York today. You can find Eric and all the staff at empatico.org. You can also find them on Twitter under Empatico. Anybody would like more information, please check out empatico.org. Signing up is easy. All you have to do is you go to the link, sign up real quick, put in your preferences, and then even within an hour sometimes, or definitely within a day, you get connected with another teacher. So Eric, thank you for your time. Heather, thank you for your time. Heather, anything that, what would you tell people who are watching this video, 30 seconds, what is the biggest thing about Empatico that you love?
The connections. I mean, it brings our students together and it brings our teachers together. Anything that we can do to provide those opportunities to our kids, I am a huge advocate for. If we can bring culture into the classrooms, if we can build those teacher connections so that we have one more resource out there championing
Sure.
Being a champion for global citizenship, I am all about that.
Excellent. Well, again, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Heather. You can find them at Empatico, empatico.org. You can find Heather on Twitter and her staff as well. You can find me at Tech Brad Wade on all social medias, or just Google and search Brad Wade as well. Thank you to everyone. Empatico, Heather, everybody, we love partnering with all of you and elevating the voices of teachers. Everyone out there, if you're watching this, go sign up today. Get connected with people all over the world, and it's up to you to make a difference. So thank you, and have a great day, everyone. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.